Before we go any further, I want to show you something that every web developer needs to know: developer tools. This may seem a bit overwhelming at first, but I promise you'll learn to love them. I'm going to open up Google Chrome and visit one of my favorite websites, ESPN.com. Now I could demonstrate this using another web browser that has developer tools, but for this demonstration, I'm going to use Google Chrome. If I right-click this page and select the Inspect option in the drop-down, it opens Google's developer tools. Remember how I said it would seem overwhelming? I wasn't kidding. There's a ton of stuff here. To keep this simple, I'm only going to focus on the Elements tab, but know that the other tabs can give you a much closer look into how a website is built, how it performs, and what's going on behind the scenes. Let's try something out. If you notice, under this Elements tab, we have some HTML. This is actually the HTML for the page we're currently viewing. This is more obvious when I start hovering over elements in HTML because Google Chrome highlights the corresponding elements on the page. That's pretty sweet. And if I click on one of these elements, then in the bottom right-hand corner, I can see what styles are being applied to it. That's even better. It looks like the element I've selected's got a lot going on. Let's try unchecking one of these properties to see what happens. Whoa, did you see that? The background color of the navigation just disappeared. That's because I changed the CSS being applied to this element. By unchecking the box, I removed the background color this div normally uses. Let's try another one. I'll select one of these articles. And let's try changing the background color. Oh wow, now these articles look like they're floating on the page. Each article just runs up against the next one, and it's not easy anymore to tell where one starts and where the next one begins. Now don't worry, these changes aren't permanent, and they're only visible to me on this computer. If I refresh the page, everything returns back to normal. As you can tell, I could spend all day playing around with the styling on this page, but hopefully what is more obvious to you is that you see how beneficial developer tools can be to a web developer. They literally tell us exactly how the page is built. You can see both the HTML and the CSS that is creating the page that you see in the browser.